With what seems to be an increase in wildfires, severe storms, earthquakes, and other natural disasters, the need for a grab-and-go emergency kit is on the front of everyone's minds. This video is going to walk you through what you need in your kit, my personal opinion on the best product to fill those needs, and I'm also going to give you a more budget-friendly option. So this should cover everyone, whether it's your first emergency kit or you're looking to upgrade or supplement your current one, no matter your budget. I'm Ethan with Pack Travel Hike, and on this channel I fuse comedy and information together to give you a fun way of learning about outdoor gear products, tips for packing, and travel tips. This video took a long time to make, so consider giving this video a like and subscribing, and with that, let's get into it. While you hope to never need your grab-and-go emergency kit, also called a bug-out bag, there is great peace of mind in knowing it's there and ready. This year, I've had to evacuate several times due to wildfires, and sure enough, I grabbed mine as I ran out the door. To start, picture in your head what your dream bug-out bag would contain. Okay, now throw that out the window. The purpose of this bag is to provide basic survival tools should you need to evacuate, not maintain the lifestyle you currently have. This video is not sponsored, and I'll provide links to all the products mentioned in this video in the description below should you want to purchase them. I've also reviewed some of these products on my channel before, and so I'll link to those in the description if you want a more in-depth look at some of the gear. The first thing you're going to need is a bag, and I prefer a backpack as it's easier to carry should you have to walk a long distance, but you can also use a duffel bag if that works better for you. It is best to have a to-go bag for each family member and have them carry it themselves if they're able to. My pick for a backpack for adults is the Osprey Porter 46, which can be opened to view everything at once, and you can watch a review of this bag on my channel by clicking here or down in the description below. And my budget pick is the Europack Travel Backpack, which has a 50-liter capacity with many places for organization. But the truth is, any backpack you have laying around the house would be just fine as long as it's large enough to hold the needed things. Next on the list is water, and spoiler alert, water is essential for staying alive.
Milk was a bad choice.
And will certainly be the heaviest thing you carry in your kit. Now technically the general rule is to have 1 gallon of water per person per day for several days for drinking and sanitation. But that's more if you're sheltering in place, and I'm going to be making a video that lays out what you should have in a shelter-in-place kit, so subscribe and be on the lookout for that video. So, how much water should you have in your bug-out bag? Well, here's my take. You should bring a liter of water with you to have on hand for immediate use, and an option for filtering water, which we'll get to in just a second. The budget option in this category is actually going to be best. Just pick up any factory-sealed 1-liter water bottle like this one. And if you're looking for something more multifunctioning, my pick for a water bottle is the 1-liter Vapor Element Flexible Water Bottle. It rolls up when you're not using it, which makes it perfect for airplanes where you can just fill up after you go through security. It's super lightweight, and I've had mine for years. So I would actually purchase this one and then keep it rolled up in your emergency kit should you need to fill up on water somewhere. But again, the budget option in this category is actually going to be best. A factory-sealed 1-liter water bottle guarantees the water is clean and ready to go in an emergency. Because water is so heavy, you're better off investing in a water purification system that you can bring with you so you can drink water that may otherwise be questionable. It will make you more confident drinking water from shelters, hotel rooms, rivers, toilets, public pools, historic fountains. My pick is the Sawyer Mini. You can watch a review of this filter on my channel by clicking here or down the description below. It allows you to drink directly from the filter using a straw or filter into another water bottle for later use. For a budget option, my pick is potable aqua water purification tablets. One bottle is for purification and the other one's for pure enjoyment. Kidding, the other one is to neutralize the aftertasting color. The downside of this way of filtering is you have to wait 35 minutes for the water to be clean. It's always good to have a backup purification system, whether you're in an emergency or hiking, so think about picking up both. A light source is an absolute essential in your emergency kit. I would recommend getting a headlamp versus a flashlight, as it will be much more important to have your hands free and available in a true emergency. My pick is the Black Diamond Spot 400. I'm working on a review for this headlamp, so stay tuned for that. And this one is my favorite for multiple reasons, but one of the most important for me is it can be run on batteries or on a rechargeable battery pack that's sold separately. And for me, I always use the rechargeable battery pack, but love the option, should I run out of juice, to pop in some fresh batteries and continue lighting my way. For a budget option, I'd recommend getting a battery-powered headlamp, and while heavier, you can always put fresh batteries into it for use, whereas if you buy a rechargeable headlamp that only charges via USB port, there is a chance it will be dead when it's time to grab your bug out bag and leave, unless you're frequently checking and topping it off. The LaPro 320015 is the cheapest one on Amazon, coming in around $15.99 for a 2-pack. And even this budget model still has a high and low setting for the spotlight and floodlight modes, as well as a red light mode that's easier on the eyes. This perfectly segues into batteries. You don't need to have a ton of these in your bag, but certainly a backup set to run your headlamp. If you're interested in grabbing reliable rechargeable ones that come with a charger, my pick is the Panasonic Eneloops. You should have as many as your headlamp takes, as well as a backup set. And if you're on a budget, any battery will do that you have laying around the house. Just make sure you check to see if all your devices require AA or AAA batteries and that they're fully charged. Your best bet is to go with this Energizer 8-pack at just $6.79, and for that price, there's peace of mind in knowing that they're fully charged. A crank radio is one of the most overlooked things in an emergency kit, but so very important. In a true emergency, there's a chance the cell phone towers will go down or be significantly strained. You want a way to get up-to-date information over the airwaves, such as locations of shelters, supply drops, upcoming weather, outage reports. And a crank radio allows you to stay connected as well as guarantee that you'll always have enough power to listen for that information. Added bonus, when your friends ask you if you've heard the latest single by their favorite artist, you can say I did, through a tiny speaker with no bass by candlelight. If you want something with more bells and whistles, the Midland ER310 radio has a digital readout and 3 ways to provide power, via solar, crank, or 6 AA batteries sold separately. It has an NOAA weather scan and alert that will sound an alarm when severe weather is in your area, as well as a USB-A port giving you the ability to charge your portable devices, such as your cell phone. And lastly, should you find yourself in a very bad situation buried under rubble, it has an ultrasonic dog whistle. See? Bells and whistles. My budget pick is the Running Snail emergency crank radio. At under $20, this one's basic but gets the job done. And the speaker isn't high quality at all, but good enough to hear news and weather in an emergency. It can be charged via USB or solar panel. However, I wouldn't recommend charging via solar. The panel's tiny and I can't imagine it does a good job. It has a built-in flashlight as well as a port to charge your phone, which again, I would not use this radio for. I would pick up a separate power bank for doing that, which leads me to power banks. A power bank is necessary to keep your phone charged. Both my picks are over 24,000 milliamp hours and will be able to charge most smartphones more than 6 times over. There are smaller capacity banks out there, but there is peace of mind in knowing you get through multiple days on a battery of this size. My pick, the Anker 24,000 milliamp hour external battery, comes from a very reputable brand that's been on the tech scene for years. This power bank has 65 watts of output with 2 USB-C ports that can output 45 watts and 20 watts respectively, and 1 USB-A port so you can charge multiple things at once. Pair it with a 30-watt charger and this power bank can be fully charged in just 4.5 hours. My budget pick is the X9 26,800 milliamp hour power bank, and while it has a larger capacity, the X9 only has 1 USB-C port and 3 USB-A ports. It's also going to recharge slower than the Anker. And in case you're wondering, both power banks are allowed on airplanes. Having local maps in your bug-out bag is important if you don't have cell phone signal. And so many people today rely on their phones for navigation and would literally be lost if they didn't have that. Having a map that is local to your area and region is super important. Say one of your highways shuts down in an emergency. Do you know how to get to another one to get out of town? What if you're told cross streets for a shelter? Do you know how to get there? My pick for local maps is whatever the most convenient way to get them is. If you're a AAA member, your local office will have them free of charge. You can also purchase Rand McNally or National Geographic maps specific to your area off Amazon. And lastly, if you're on a budget, print out maps from the internet for both your immediate area as well as the surrounding area. If you don't have a great sense of direction, it's a good idea to pick up a compass to help you navigate the local maps you just bought. I recommend the Coughlin's 1985 Carabiner compass. You can clip it onto your to-go bag and it's under $10. Simple. If you're on a budget, most smartphones have a compass app. iPhones have one called Compass that works well, but just be aware it's going to use up some of that battery on your phone, which is extremely valuable in an emergency. Added bonus is you could tell everyone at the party which way north is. First aid and emergency go hand in hand like pizza and pineapple. My pick for a first aid kit is the Adventure Medical Kits. They're ultralight and watertight, which is important because you don't want to be carrying around excess weight on your back nor do you want the contents inside to get soaking wet. They make various sizes. The medical kit 0.5 is designed for one person, the 0.7 covers 1 to 2 people, and the 0.9 covers 1 to 4 people. So pick up the correct one depending on your family size and needs. If you're on a budget, a Ziploc bag holding all the important contents of a medical kit should suffice. For a list of what to pack in your own, you should check out one of the links to the Adventure medical kits in the description below, and if you scroll down, you'll see what's included in the kit under the ingredients section. There are a few things I would add to both the Adventure medical kit as well as your own kit while you're building it. The first is an emergency blanket for each member of your family. They're super lightweight and cheap, and I'll link to one in the description below that comes with 4 of them for just under $7. They're Mylar thermal blankets that will retain your body heat and keep you warm in a true emergency. Trust me, get one. The second thing I would add to your kit is any prescription medication you're currently taking. Make sure to have at least a week's supply with you of each. The last thing you want to be doing is trying to locate a pharmacy to fill a prescription amongst the craziness that may be going on at the time. The third item I would add is any contact lens solution in case. Add to this any prescription glasses if they aren't already on your face. With a multi-tool, you can cut bandages, make small adjustments to equipment, open packaging, remove splinters, plenty of useful things. They make crazy 73 function multi-tools that weigh a lot. You don't need these. My pick is a lightweight Leatherman Micra, a 10-in-1 multi-tool that features scissors, a knife, tweezers, screwdrivers, and more at only 1.8 ounces. It fits in your pocket and has a clip for attaching to your backpack or keychain. And Leatherman is one of the most reputable companies out there for multi-tools, and they back their products with a 25-year warranty. For a budget option, I recommend the Miyake Multi-Tool 6-in-1. It still has scissors, knives, screwdrivers, and claims to have a lifetime warranty, but weighs significantly more at 8 ounces. But it's a quarter of the price of the Leatherman. When it comes to what food to bring with you, this is going to be a personal decision. For a bug-out bag, you should carry about 3 days' worth per person. And if money isn't an option, I'd recommend picking up a Jetboil Flash along with some backpacking meals. You could check out my review of the Jetboil Flash by clicking here or in the link in the description. It's an all-in-one cooking system that boils water quickly, allowing you to rehydrate meals, have hot drinks, and purify water. Dehydrated meals are extremely lightweight, packed down very small, and have a good amount of calories and nutrition. You can buy them separately from companies like Mountain House or Backpacker's Pantry, or you can buy them in bulk like this Mountain House Expedition bucket that features breakfast, lunch, and dinner options to last you 5 days.
That sounds good. I'll have that.
If you're on a budget, you can pack foods such as granola bars, protein bars, trail mix, peanut butter, crackers, dried fruits, and jerky. I would recommend adding some of these to your kit regardless if you have dehydrated meals because they don't require water. I would stay away from canned goods as they add a lot of weight and excess water that's not needed. They are more useful in a shelter-in-place emergency kit, but that's a future video. If you do end up packing canned goods such as canned tuna, salmon, or chicken, remember to bring a manual can opener with you. When it comes to hygiene, I recommend purchasing separate travel sizes of products so it lives in your bug-out bag. You don't want to be scrambling at the last minute to find your toothbrush or toothpaste. Just grab a folding toothbrush from Target or Walmart. If you need a 3-pack, I'll link to this Lingito one from Amazon down below. Take your travel size toothbrush, deodorant, and floss and stick them in a small Ziploc bag, and you'll be good to go. Go tubes make great to-go containers for creams, ointments, or shampoo. And I would add to that a travel-sized moist towelettes and sanitizer. I carabiner my sanitizer to the outside of my bag so it's easily accessible. And lastly, a couple pair of nitrile gloves. When there's a power outage, cash is king. And you should have enough cash on you to be able to buy basic supplies, accommodations, or even gas. Pro tip, don't ever let your gas tank go below 1/2. This way, you'll be sure to have enough gas to get you on your way out of town into a safer area without needing to fill up, which I assure you, everyone will be doing in an emergency situation. That is, if there is electricity and the pumps are even running. If there's a power outage, there's a good chance ATMs will not work. You won't be able to use credit cards at stores, and gas pumps may not be operating. Have a sit down and run some numbers about how much cash you would need to cover the family for a few days and how much you feel comfortable setting aside for your to-go bag. And if you have excess cash, I'll take it. In addition to cash, you may want to keep photocopies of important documents such as your driver's license, credit and debit cards, insurance policies, and emergency contacts. Make sure you store them in a waterproof portable container such as this roll-away fireproof and waterproof document bag, or just use a Ziploc bag. A couple changes of clothes that can be swapped out depending on the season is a must. For option 1, I've paired an oversized sports coat with some red trunks, blue knee highs, and cleats. I'll give you my picks for what kind of clothes to pack, and the budget option for this category would be whatever the closest equivalent you have in your wardrobe already. The key is to pack clothes that can be layered for warmth. For underwear, I recommend travel underwear such as those made by Ex Officio. Because they can be washed and hang dried overnight depending on conditions, you only need to pack 2. One to wear when the other one is being laundered. I would recommend packing a thick pair of wool socks. Smart Wool and Darn Tough are all good options if you don't mind spending a little extra. Otherwise, REI makes great socks on a budget. It's worth noting Darn Tough backs their socks with a lifetime warranty. You just need to pay shipping. And for base layers, I would recommend Smart Wool or Icebreaker. Include a fleece pullover in your clothing kit as well, and during summer months, you can remove some of these warmer items. To keep all of your clothes packed tightly, you may want to pick up a compression sack or dry bag. My choice is a Sea to Summit lightweight dry bag. They make them in several sizes, and it will not only keep your clothing dry, but will also significantly compress the footprint your clothes take up, which is important when you're trying to fit all of these supplies into a backpack. My budget pick is the Envimo compression sack at just under $14 for the 19-liter. Here is a quick list of some additional items you should have in your kit. I'll go through these quickly, but I will link them all in the description below so you can purchase them if you're interested. My suggestions are a whistle to signal for help, a signal mirror for when things really hit the fan, duct tape, which can be used in many ways like fixing your bag and other supplies, work gloves, masks, and a pencil and a small notebook for writing things down without having to use your phone battery. Situational supplies are things that some, but not all, will need depending on your situation. Baby food and supplies, including wipes and diapers, pet food and extra water for your animal, books, games, cards, or other activities for children, and feminine supplies or personal hygiene items. Let's talk about some of the things I recommend that aren't considered essential. An extra set of car keys or house keys, insect repellent and sunscreen, and two-way radios to stay connected with family members. Now that we've gone over what to have in your to-go bag, let's talk about where to store it. Technically, having one at home, work, and in your car are good options, so you are set in all situations. I plan on making a separate video for what to have in your car kit, so subscribe and stay tuned if you're interested in checking that out. For home, you want to designate a place where you can leave quickly, possibly a front hall closet, and make sure all family members know where it is. If you have individual bags for each family member, which you should, make sure everyone knows which is theirs. For your work bug out bag, you can follow all the tips in this video and plan to shelter at work for at least 24 hours. Your kit should include food, water, a change of clothes, and other necessities like medicines and comfortable walking shoes. Remember to replace expired items as needed, rethink your needs every year, and update your kit as your family's needs change. Let me know in the comments below what items you have in your emergency kit. Is there anything you would add to this list? And a reminder that you can find links to all the products mentioned down in the description. And if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. Share this video with someone you love so they are prepared. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified each time I post a new video. And I'll see you in the next one.